cold, quiet morning around here because the kids are still sleeping. They're on winter break today and tomorrow. They were actually supposed to start winter break Friday, but I didn't realize that it was already winter break. So I'm letting them sleep late this morning. And I thought today it would be fun since we're halfway through February now. We've already tried a lot of new recipes this year, so I thought it would be fun to take y'all back and show y'all our top 10 family favorite recipes so far for 2025, just in case you missed some of these, because you definitely want to add some of these to the meal plan this week. That's what I'm about to be doing. While they're sleeping, I'm going to be meal planning. So if that's what you're doing, I'm here to help you out. We've got just about everything in here: breakfast, desserts, dinners, and breads. We're making deep dish pizza spaghetti for supper tonight, y'all. So I've got ground beef cooking here. I'm about to chop up an onion and some green bell pepper to cook in here with the ground beef, and I've got the water getting ready over here for the spaghetti. I'm going to go ahead and put this spaghetti in over here. Put a little bit of salt in the water. We just need about 12 ounces, and this is a 16-ounce box, so we're not going to use quite all of this. And you can use the regular spaghetti instead of the thin if you want to. I just have the thin, so that's what we're using. Jonah grabbed it for me at Walmart the other day. I just told him to get some great value spaghetti, and he got the thin. That's fine. Oh, I need to preheat the oven to 400. I'm going to go ahead and put this onion in here with the ground beef. Stir those in, then we'll chop up the green bell pepper.
Can I get some extra cheese?
Extra cheese? When I get to the cheese, you can.
Okay.
Can you go get me the cheese, Manny?
Yeah.
It's the kind.
Said I will get it.
It's the mozzarella, and it's already shredded. It's in a bag already shredded. We're gonna put most of this bell pepper in here, but we're gonna save just a little bit of it to sprinkle over the top before we put it in the oven. Thank you, sir. This is the Italian. Well, I'll use this kind. It's fine. I'll use the Italian blend. We'll go ahead and chop this up for the top later. Okay, so we'll just cook this until the ground beef is done, and then we'll drain it. When the spaghetti gets done, we'll drain it too. Let me set a timer for that. We're gonna mix this pack of Italian cheese. It's 2 cups. We're gonna mix this with half a cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm just gonna eyeball this half a cup. And just break up those big chunks of Parmesan and toss this all together. We need this can of tomato sauce and the big can of crushed tomatoes. And we're going to need some Italian seasoning. There we go. Thank you, Sissy. The ground beef is almost done. We'll go ahead and get these cans opened. I think this is going to be really good. It's mixing 2 kid favorites: spaghetti and pizza. Okay, we put in the tomato sauce and the can of crushed tomatoes. We're putting in some garlic powder, about a teaspoon, a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, just a little bit of black pepper, and about a tablespoon of sugar. Okay, now we're just going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. I'm going to drain the spaghetti, and then we'll be ready to start layering everything in the casserole dish. I'm going to spray a 9x13. Okay, so we got the spaghetti drained. We're going to put the sauce in here and mix all this together. So we've got half of the spaghetti mixture in there. Now we're going to put half of the Italian cheese and Parmesan mixture. Smells like an Italian restaurant in here right now too. It is smelling good. Now the rest of the spaghetti. Okay, now we're going to put the rest of the cheese. Now we're going to put some pepperonis on top. And now the peppers. And that's it. It's going in the oven for just 25 minutes. It's great, y'all. It's just what you would expect. Deep dish pizza, spaghetti, put together equals good. Since it is such a beautiful day, and I didn't make this dessert this past Sunday, I had planned this for Sunday dessert, but didn't end up making it. We're gonna make it today. It's a little bit of a springy dessert, spring preview, since it's feeling springy outside. It's called Pineapple Dream. The first thing I need to do is soften my cream cheese. I'm just gonna do it in the microwave. I should have set it out earlier, but I forgot. Didn't think about it in time, so we'll soften it on defrost in the microwave. We just need a whole 8-ounce block. There's our cream cheese. We need 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna mix those together. While this is mixing, I'm gonna mix this box of instant vanilla pudding with 1 cup of milk. Back over here, we're putting in 1 cup of this thawed whipped topping. We're gonna mix that in. Mine was still just a tad frozen in the middle, but it'll be okay. It'll mix in fine. All right, over here in the mini food chopper, we're gonna put some of this pineapple. I just have some fresh pineapple right here. About that much should be good. Now we're ready to layer the Pineapple Dream. I have some of these Chessmen butter cookies. You can use pretty much whatever kind of cookie you want to use. These are one of my favorites. You just need a layer of them in the bottom. Oh, that ham is already smelling good. There we go. Now we're going to take a few of them and crush up to put on top at the end. So we'll just sit those over to the side. Coming in? Thirsty?
Yeah. I always get thirsty when I run up trees.
Yeah, you've been running up trees out there.
Yeah, but I almost ran up the big tree.
Oh, man. There you go.
Bye.
Bye. Sit right there with Jonah. We're gonna start by putting the cream cheese mixture on top of the cookies. This is almost like a Paula Deen's Not Your Mama's Banana Pudding, but it's a pineapple thing instead of bananas. Especially using the Chessmen cookies, because that's what that recipe uses, you know. This will be a perfect Easter dessert or Mother's Day. This pretty day gets you thinking about spring. Okay, there's that layer. Now we're gonna put the pudding layer. Now we'll put our crushed pineapple. And you can use canned crushed pineapple. I just had that fresh pineapple in there, so that's why I use that, but you can use canned. Now I have some of the kids who don't like, they like pineapple flavor, but they don't like the actual pineapple. So I'm not gonna put it on this side, I'm just gonna put it over here. It's kind of the same way they are with coconut. So we'll just put the pineapple on this side. I think it would be good if you wanted pineapple all throughout it, to mix that with the cream cheese mixture. Just, you know, mix the pineapple up in there. Now we just put the rest of the whipped topping on here. I put it in the microwave on defrost for just a few seconds to finish thawing it out there. I almost did it a little too long, didn't I? Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna do is crush up some of these cookies to go on top. You can pretty much change the fruit and use any kind of fruit for this dessert. Since we used vanilla pudding, it can go with, you know, any kind of fruit. If you made a banana one, you could use banana pudding if you wanted to. We would probably still use vanilla. We like the vanilla pudding better. Do strawberry, blueberry, coconut. Coconut would be good. One more cookie, and I think that'll be good. We're just gonna cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator. It just needs to be in there for at least a couple of hours. The longer the better though. Dreamy. It tastes like really it's like a pineapple pudding, isn't it? Like a banana pudding, but with pineapple. We're starting with 1 pack of rapid rise yeast. We're gonna put 1.5 cups of warm water. You want it just warm, not cold, not hot, just warm. We're gonna let that sit for just a few minutes while we get the other stuff ready. I will stir it around just a little bit. Let me use my chicken whisk here. Now we need to melt 6 tablespoons of butter, and we need an egg that is room temperature. So I'll grab one of our fresh ones over here and just wash it off.
Can I smash the egg when you get the egg yolk out?
Yes, you can smash the egg. Well, we're going to be putting it in the KitchenAid over here, so it's going to smash it. But I tell you what, we can put it in a little bowl and you can smash it first. How about that? Okay.
And then we can put it there.
Yes, it's already room temperature, so I'm going to crack it into this bowl, and he's going to smash it. He just means whisk it up by smashing it. He likes to bust the yolk.
Where's the whisk?
Inside there. You can use a fork or a whisk, whatever you find in there. Okay, I'll be melting the butter, 6 tablespoons. We'll put it in our cup that we use this water for.
It turned into water. It's done.
Okay. I'll be right there and get this butter melting real quick. Sissy's in there doing her piano practice, so y'all probably hear that going on in the background. Keep melting that butter, and we're gonna need 6 tablespoons of sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and add this sugar in over here to the KitchenAid. We need 6 tablespoons. Oh, our butter's ready. The butter's melted, but it needs to cool down just a little bit, so I'm just gonna pop it in the freezer while we add the sugar and stuff.
Wait, my freeze.
Just to let it be cooling down. It won't be in there too long. Just a minute or so.
If we let it in there for an hour, it might freeze.
Yeah. This is a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon here, so we just need 3 of these for the sugar. Now, you want to come over here and pour that egg in, Manny?
Yeah.
Very good, sir. Now we'll grab that butter. Okay, here's the butter. We're going to mix all this together, and then we're going to add in 4.5 cups of flour, 1 cup at a time.
Ooh, where do you want it to go at?
Go to number 2 first. Oh, there we go.
Ew.
That's okay.
And then we're going to go to this number?
Yes. We already measured the flour out earlier, so we're ready just to start putting it in 1 cup at a time.
Whoa, it's turning yellow. Now?
Okay, turn it off there, and we're going to open it up and put in some flour, okay?
Oh, do I have to mix it up?
Now we'll low again, the very first one at first. So there we go, that's okay.
At 2?
It's easier to use this 1/3 of a cup measuring cup because it can just fit right here really easily, and I can dump it in while it's mixing instead of having to stop it every time. Oh, it's smelling good. Okay, now I'm just going to use this same flour bowl to put the dough in to let it rise. I'm going to spray it with just a little bit of cooking spray. Oh, I know what my problem is. I need the bread hook attachment on there, y'all. I put on the paddle to mix the other stuff and forgot to switch it to the bread hook. I actually don't even switch it sometimes. I just wasn't thinking. And I put the wrong one on. You don't even have to have a dough hook attachment though. You can do it with the paddle, but the dough hook helps it to form into that dough ball better than the other ones. Let's grab that real quick.
What it feels like.
Yeah, he wants to see what the dough feels like. Okay, now we'll get a dough ball. Okay.
Is it done?
Yep, now it's done. We'll just get it off of here. We'll transfer it over here to this bowl. Alright, so now we're going to spray the dough just a little bit with some of the spray so it doesn't stick to the sides too bad. Cover it and it's going to rise for 1 hour. This is an old-fashioned cinnamon roll. I've made some old-fashioned ones, but not this exact recipe, so we'll see how it turns out. I let Manly pick which one he wanted to do. I just pulled a bunch of them up on the computer and showed him the pictures, and he picked the ones he wanted to make. Oh yeah, you got a little piece of the dough?
Yeah, and I made it unsticky.
Mm-hmm. In an hour, we'll be ready to roll them out. Did it get bigger?
Yeah. Can I touch it?
Yeah, you can touch it.
Whoa, can I get it out?
Yes, Sissy's gonna take it out, and we'll dust down some flour, okay, Manny? Spread it all out. Can you do it bigger like this? Spread it like that. And I'll get the rolling pin.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done already? Okay. While Sissy is rolling, I'm going to spray this casserole dish. Stir that all together, and then we just sprinkle this all over the top. There we go. Now we cover them. They rise for another hour. For the icing, we're just using a little bit of powdered sugar and some heavy cream. It had a cream cheese icing with the recipe, but we like this kind better, so we're going with this kind, but I'll put the cream cheese one down below for y'all. And this one is just powdered sugar and heavy cream. They're great, y'all. I'm just gonna cover them. We did some taste testing. They'll be good with some bacon and eggs in the morning. I'm making a sheepherder's breakfast. I'm not going to do a big one, so I just have my smaller skillet here because there's just going to be a few of us here. I'm just cutting some bacon up into small pieces back here, and we're going to drop it right in the skillet. Let me go ahead and turn it on to medium. So I've got some crumbled bacon in there, and I'm going to do a few half strips. I want to have a piece or two of bacon while I'm making the rest of this, so that's why I'm doing some of those. I'll throw another one on there too. I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion and turn that down a little bit. Oh, and I need to thaw out some hash browns. I'm probably only going to need about 2 to 2.5 cups of these, so I'm going to just stick them in the microwave on defrost for a few seconds because they need to be thawed, and I forgot to put them in the refrigerator last night. Okay, we'll just use this little piece of onion, and I think I'll be making something tonight I can use this other half for, so I'll just wrap it up. Okay, we're going to throw this in. Right in there with the bacon. The only pieces of bacon we're going to take out are the strips that I'm making. The rest of it just stays in the skillet. I'm trying to judge by the size of this skillet how many hash browns I'll need. Thinking just 2 cups. Okay, we're just going to defrost this in the microwave. Okay, I think that's good now. We'll take out these strips. Now we're going to add the hash browns to the bacon and onions, and I have it a little under medium right now. Now we'll mix the bacon and onions with the hash browns. And we're going to let it cook for about 8 minutes, then we'll flip them or stir them again. I'll probably just stir them again. And while we're letting that cook, I'm going to wash these dishes real quick. Then I'll get the hot chocolate started for Jonah. Manly's still asleep, but Jonah's already up asking for the hot chocolate. He's helping Tyler right now, so I'll wash these dishes, then we'll get his hot chocolate ready. So I made 3 little spots that we're going to put the eggs. I'm just doing 3 since it's not many of us here. We're just going to put an egg into each spot. We're going to sprinkle salt and pepper over the top. And you can bust these if you want to, but they're going to cook. We're going to cover it, so they're going to cook through. Or you can leave them runny if you want to leave them runny. It just depends on how you like your eggs. So now we'll cover them. They're going to cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. And I have some shredded cheese that we're going to sprinkle over the top. We'll wait about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we'll put the cheese on top and cover it again to let the cheese melt. That's outstanding, y'all. It tastes like it came right out of Grandma's kitchen, ready for you to go and herd some sheep or something. Since it's called a sheepherder's breakfast. Okay, anyway. It's great, especially when you get to the crunchy parts of the hash browns. Oh, that's wonderful. And see, I cooked it so our eggs they're pretty much done. They're just a little soft in the middle. It's great. I love hash browns. I'm gonna put a little bit more salt on mine. That is good. It's a rainy Friday afternoon, and we're making a chocolate gravy pie. If you've never heard of chocolate gravy, I'm pretty sure it's a southern thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. You'll have to let us know if you've had it other places. What it is like a chocolate sauce that most of the time people serve it over biscuits or toast. And it can be a breakfast or a dessert. Yes, people eat chocolate gravy for breakfast in these parts.
Tell them it's not gravy though, Mom.
Yeah, it's not gravy. It's like a chocolate sauce, but we just call it gravy because you pour it over the biscuit like you would, you know, gravy. So I've got the pie crust in here. I'm just gonna poke a few holes in it. So we're gonna put this in the oven for about 15 minutes. While it's in there, we're gonna make the filling on the stovetop. Okay, I think that this pot will be big enough. We'll just go ahead and go with the bigger one, just in case. We're gonna put 3 cups of milk in here. There's 2 cups, 3. Now we're gonna put 1/3 of a cup of sugar in here with the milk. And we're just gonna leave this on medium for about 5 minutes, and I'll stir it every now and then while we're mixing the other stuff. Okay, so we'll let that cook. We're gonna grab another bowl. And here we're gonna put the other 1/3 of a cup of sugar, so you need 2/3 of a cup total. And we need 8 egg yolks, so that's gonna take just a minute. I had to wash 3 eggs. I already had some in the refrigerator. Now we'll save these egg whites. We'll just use them to make scrambled egg whites or egg white omelets or something for breakfast, or sometimes we eat eggs for lunch or supper, as y'all know. Teaspoon of salt in here and a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. We're going to temper the egg yolk mixture with a little bit of the milk, just a little bit at a time, and then we'll add this to the pot. Okay, we'll slowly add this into the pot, and I've got it turned down to low now. We're going to cook this for just about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll turn it back up just a little. When it starts to thicken, we'll remove it from the heat, and that's when we're going to add in the chocolate. We've got 2 of these bittersweet chocolate bars. We're going to add both of those in, and a teaspoon of vanilla. Very nice. It kind of tastes like that old-fashioned chocolate pie that I make.
Smoother than that.
Mm-hmm. A little
it's
smoother.
Really smooth. Almost like not as sweet as fudge, but
almost a creamy fudge texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just 4 of us here for supper tonight, y'all. Me, Titus, Jonah, and Mr. Dinosaur. We're making the burrito bowls. Jonah is going to make the black bean salad for me. This is really easy. All he's going to do is mix this container of salsa, it's the fresh kind, with 1 can of corn and 1 can of black beans. You want to drain these, okay, Jonah? And you rinse the black beans off. I've already got the rice started in the Instant Pot, and I'm cooking the ground beef here. So we're making beef burrito bowls. Oh yeah, that one will be big enough, I think.
So I'll start off by...
First you can drain and rinse the black beans. So I don't think I have any taco or fajita seasoning or anything, That's okay, I'll just make up my own to put in with the ground beef.
This is the best kind of salsa. So once I mix it, it's already done. I love stuff like this.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So this is it. Can I go ahead and try a little bit?
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be like a burrito. It's gonna be like just the top is in a bowl.
With rice, yeah.
My eyes are starting to water.
Yeah.
This is a serious onion. This one means business. It stings.
Jonah's getting the onions and tomatoes ready, and we're just gonna use this shredded mozzarella cheese. Okay, over here we're gonna put some chili powder, ground cumin, a little bit of garlic powder, just a little bit of cayenne, and some red pepper flakes. Just a little bit of water. We're putting some butter in here with the rice and some of this chili lime seasoning. I have some peppers too if you want pepper in there.
That's really delicious right there.
We'll start with the quick casserole bread. So we're putting in 1 pack of quick rise, or yours might say rapid rise yeast. The way you prepare this bread is really quick too. We need 2 tablespoons of sugar, a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna use some whole wheat flour and some regular flour, but you can just use all-purpose if you want to. You don't have to put in the whole wheat. We need 2 3/4 of a cup total. Okay, we're gonna put the dough hook attachment on. Just mix this all together. We're putting in 1 cup of warm milk, not too hot, not too cold, just warm. And 2 tablespoons of olive oil. There's 1 and 2. Okay, we'll mix that all together. We're going to use this casserole dish. I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. Now we'll cover it and let it rise for 45 minutes. Give it a taste. Since I used the whole wheat flour, this tastes like the brown bread from like the Cheesecake Factory brown bread or the brown bread at Outback. It's really soft, but it's sturdy enough that if you want to use it for a sandwich, especially with the whole wheat, it's still fluffy, but not as fluffy as it would be if we used all-purpose. But I was hoping that it would turn out this way with the whole wheat, where it tastes like that brown bread. I mean, it's great. If we had put some oats on top, it would be just like that Cheesecake Factory brown bread. It's so good, you just want to eat bread and butter by itself. We're about to make the Dorito meatloaves that I've been telling y'all about. I'm preheating the oven to 375. Let me take out my skillet. We don't need that in there. I store my skillets in the oven most of the time. Let me grab the Doritos and an onion. Where are those Doritos? We just have the regular nacho cheese flavor, but you can use any kind you want. I told y'all about these last week when we did the grocery haul, Now I was really excited about making them, but never made them, so we're making them today. We're gonna put the ground beef in this big bowl. We're gonna chop up this onion. You could add green bell pepper too. Do I have any green bell pepper? I think I might have a little bit. If we do, we'll add green bell pepper in here too. Yep. All right, we got some. Cece helps me put stuff up a lot, so sometimes she knows if I have something I might not remember. I picked a little onion, but that's still a lot of onion that's going in there. You can, of course, leave the peppers and onions out if you don't want to add them. We just got this little piece of green bell pepper here we'll use. So do y'all still have your Christmas decorations up? We still have ours up. I'll probably go ahead and pack up some of the Christmas stuff this weekend, but leave the tree up and the lights up above the beam up there and the lights on the stairs. I'll leave those up for a little while longer. And the other decorations that can just be winter. Like I have a few trees that can just be winter decorations. They're not, you know, exactly Christmas. So we'll leave that stuff out. Wash this off real quick. Now we need 2 eggs in there. I think I already have some ready. Oh, yep, we have 2. Exactly what we need. Okay, eggs going in. We're putting in 1 pack of taco seasoning. I just have the Great Value Original. I think these are gonna be really good, y'all. And we need salsa. Let me grab that real quick. I have the Great Value Thick and Chunky Medium. You can use any kind you want to use. We need 1 cup. This is 2 cups, so I'm going to put in half of this jar. A little bit more. This also, of course, has some peppers and onions in it, so if you didn't want to add the fresh, it's in the salsa. The last thing we need is 1.5 cups of crushed Doritos. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this and crush them in here. Then we mix it all together, and we're going to form 8 mini meatloaves.
Oh, you crush them up. I thought it was going to be like layers of pie.
Oh, no.
Taste tester.
Taste testers here? What does the taste tester? No, these aren't hot. These are just nacho cheese. Is this what you want to taste test, or you wanted to taste test some? Okay, yes, that's what he wanted to taste test. Are they good?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to use our built-in tools to mix this together because I should have put this in a little bit of a bigger bowl, I think. Now, let me grab a pan. I think we'll need 2 pans, maybe. I'm going to see if I can fit all 8 of these on this pan. Okay, I'm just going to shape them. And I'm going to try to shape them into like a little, almost like they would have been in a little loaf pan. I think we'll only be able to get 4 per pan, if that's okay. Flatten this one out a little bit more. That one's a little bit bigger. I'm trying to divide them evenly. Not quite going as planned. The oven's ready at 375, so once we get these on the pan, they're gonna go in there and cook for 25 minutes, and then I'm gonna check them, and if they're done, then we'll do the next step.
Are we making giant cheeseburgers? Or
They're mini meatloaves.
Oh!
Mini is Dorito meatloaves. Here they are. See what I mean? Like, I don't know how those got so much bigger. Not too bad, I guess. All right, they're going in the oven for 25 minutes. So we're gonna set a timer. Now, in my experience with meatloaves, even little ones, this is gonna take longer than 25 minutes, but we'll see. All right, y'all, they ended up taking, I think, about 40 minutes. Now we're gonna put just a little bit of salsa on top of each one. And I have some Mexican blend shredded cheese that we're going to sprinkle over that, and they go back in just for about 5 minutes just to melt the cheese and warm up this salsa.
thing?
Dorito.
Dorito? They brothers. Frito Dorito. That's really good, baby.
It's a mini Dorito.
Dorito.
There you go. That's the name of it.
This is a mini Dorito.
It's a Dorito. It's a mini Dorito meatloaf.
That joker's good. That's really delicious.
But I think we should call it Dorito. That's a good name.
Dorito.
Good morning. We've got bacon in the oven, the bread sliced up. We're gonna mix up our egg and milk mixture in here to dip the stuffed French toast in. This is a pasta bowl that I got from Aldi. I think back in the summer it works perfect for French toast dipping. So I have a lot of egg whites right here. We use just egg yolks for some different ice cream things that we make, so we always have a lot of extra egg whites left. So we're gonna use that for our French toast mixture. That was probably about 4 egg whites there. Now we'll put some milk. And I think I will put a little bit of cinnamon. Just a little. Now we'll whisk all that together. We'll come over here and start assembling the stuffed French toast. We have just regular, plain cream cheese spread, strawberry, and blueberry. So we're gonna make blueberry stuffed French toast, strawberry, and a peanut butter banana. With the peanut butter banana one, we're gonna use the plain cream cheese. Now, I have another loaf of just regular bread in the cabinet, so we'll probably end up having to use some of that. We'll start with a blueberry one first. So for the blueberry one, we're just spreading on some of the blueberry cream cheese spread. And I'm gonna put a few fresh blueberries in here. I'm just gonna make one of each, and as the kids come in here, they can decide which one they want, and if I need to, I'll make another one of whichever kind. Okay, so now we'll take this one over here. We'll dip this into the egg mixture. Put it straight into the pan. And I'll make the strawberry one next. We'll just slice the strawberries kind of thin. There's the strawberry one. Now I'll just keep a watch on these for when they're ready to turn. We're going to start the peanut butter banana one. Almost ready, not quite. That one's almost ready. Oh, I think our bacon's ready. Yep, the strawberry's ready too, and I think the bacon's ready to come out. Trying the blueberry.
That's really good.
Today we're making a Cheddar Bay ground beef cobbler. Y'all know how wonderful Cheddar Bay biscuits are. They're great. Now, I don't have the Cheddar Bay mix, but back before they had that Cheddar Bay mix in the store, we would make it with Bisquick. We would just make garlic cheddar biscuits with Bisquick mix. You can also make them with just your regular homemade biscuit recipe. Pretty much all you gotta do is add a little more milk, some garlic powder, cheese, and parsley flakes. So I've got ground beef and onion cooking back there on the stove. I'm gonna spray this 9x13 casserole dish, because that is almost done. We're gonna mix everything in the casserole dish. Put the ground beef mixture in here. This was a lean ground beef, so there's not a lot of drippings. Might just dump it in. I mean, there's not a lot at all.
Do we put garlic powder?
Yeah, them drippings right there are, in other words, grease.
Yeah.
Is flavor.
We'll just put it in because there's not a lot. Cece's gonna put in some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. We need about a teaspoon of that garlic powder, Cece. So just shake it around in there. That should be good right there. There's that. We're gonna put in 1 can of cream of mushroom and 1 can of cheddar cheese soup. Now we're putting in a 1/2 cup of milk. She's gonna mix that in with the soup and the ground beef.
Smells like shepherd's pie.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, and we need 2 cups of shredded cheese. 1 cup's gonna go in here and the other cup's gonna go on the topping. I'm not sure if I need this whole pack of Bisquick. The recipe called for a whole pack of the cheddar bay mix, but I'm not sure how much that is. I think about that much there, so almost a whole pack of Bisquick. If we need to add more when I start mixing this, we will. We're gonna put in 2 cups of milk. We do need the rest of the Bisquick, y'all. So the whole, this is a 20-ounce box of Bisquick. You need the whole thing. Bless you. You don't add the seasoning in yet. We're gonna brush that on the top at the end. You just mix up the biscuit part with the cheese. Oh yeah, see that's nice right there. This 1 big block might be enough. I think it will be.
Yeah, there's just this tiny.
Yeah, you can finish doing that. So I'm gonna put a cup of cheese in here with the biscuit mix. And we're gonna put a cup in with the ground beef mixture and mix that in, and then the rest of that we'll sprinkle over the top of the ground beef mixture before we pour over the biscuit mix. Go ahead and mix that cheese in. Okay, we'll mix this cheese in with the meat mixture. Now we put some cheese on top, just like that, and then we're gonna pour over the biscuit dough. We'll just spread that out. And this is called a cobbler because some of this biscuit dough is going to bake down into the meat mixture, and you'll have nice cobbler type little biscuit dumplings in there. And then on top it'll be like the Cheddar Bay biscuits. So this is all we do right now. It's going to go in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes at 350. And when it gets done, we'll mix up some melted butter with some garlic powder and parsley flakes, and we'll brush that over the top. Alright y'all, this is done and it smells amazing. I mean, it's got the whole house smelling like welcome home. That's what it smells like. I'm gonna melt a 1/4 cup of butter in the microwave real quick. Okay, there's the butter. We're gonna put just a little bit of garlic powder in there. And the next thing you need is dried parsley flakes. Now we're just gonna take this little brush, mix it up, and brush it all over the top. We'll let this rest for just a little bit, let that butter soak down in the Cheddar Bay biscuit topping. Manly's playing a game up there. I think it's just me and him in here right now. I heard Jonah and Sissy talking on their walkie-talkies earlier, but I think she went outside with Jonah now. If you've never had the Cheddar Bay biscuits or the garlic cheddar biscuits, you gotta try them. Paula Dean has some. I forget what she calls hers at her restaurant, but they're, you know, they're pretty much cheddar and garlic biscuits. They are amazing. Hers are the best ones I've ever had. They're amazing. can't begin to explain how wonderful that is. Look how fluffy the biscuit topping is. It's great. And then when you get in between there, some of the biscuit baked in with the meat, you know, so it's almost a dumpling texture. It's great.
And the meat looks like sausage in it.
Looks good. Oh, yes. Folks, y'all need to do that.
So that's it. That's the top 10 new family favorites so far for this year. I'll have all those video links in the description box, so if you want the recipe for any of those, just click on that video, and then the recipe will be in that description box. Let me know in the comments something new that you're making this week. We have lots of new stuff coming up, so y'all make sure to stay tuned.